Just makes me feel like, what's the point?
Ah, the existential dread of the cosmos.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we're diving into today on this deep dive. We're tackling the mind-bending vastness of it all with excerpts from the Urantia book.
Ambitious.
Well, paper 12 specifically, The Universe of Universes.
Okay, so buckle up. This isn't your typical look at the pretty stars kind of text. This one throws out some wild concepts.
Yeah, no kidding. Where do we even begin with a title like The Universe of Universes?
Well, it starts by really challenging our idea of infinity itself. I mean, we picture the universe as this endless, sprawling thing, right? But what the book argues is, even within the infinite, there's structure, levels.
Levels, like floors in a building or something.
Kind of, imagine like a set of concentric circles, almost like a cosmic dartboard.
A cosmic dartboard. Never heard that one before.
With paradise, the very heart of creation right there in the bullseye.
Okay, I'm kind of visualizing this. So where do we fit in? Humanity. We hitting the bullseye on this dartboard of yours.
Not quite. We're way out on the edge.
Right.
Like way out.
Yeah.
In a young universe called Nebadon.
Nebadon. Sounds like a bad guy from Star Trek.
Maybe. But think of it this way. If the grand universe is like the Wild West,
Okay.
we're out on the frontier, just starting to explore.
So we're cosmic pioneers. I like the sound of that. But
Yeah.
it does make you wonder what's going on in those other cosmic neighborhoods, right?
Right.
Are there other us's out there looking up at their own night skies, just as clueless as we are?
That's a question that's haunted folks for, well, forever.
Hmm.
And honestly, this book doesn't give us hard answers on that one. But it does lay out this framework, this possibility of life, even consciousness, existing on scales we can't even fathom.
Okay, my brain's already starting to hurt.
That's a lot.
But before we spiral into oblivion, let's go back to this whole structure thing. Why a dartboard? What's holding this cosmic bullseye together?
Ah, that is where things get really interesting. Because this book talks about universal gravity, but not just the kind that keeps our feet on the ground.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It describes 4 circuits of gravity, each one more mind-bending than the last.
4 types of gravity. Okay, you've officially lost me. What's the difference between the gravity keeping my coffee mug on the table and this, like, cosmic dartboard gravity you're talking about?
That is an excellent question. So the gravity we know,
Yep.
that's just the very tip of the iceberg, right? It's that basic force holding physical stuff together.
Makes sense.
But then there's this idea of personality gravity.
Personality, gravity.
Imagine a force so powerful, so fundamental, that it doesn't just affect objects,
Mm-hmm.
but it pulls on our minds,
Mm-hmm.
our spirits even, drawing us towards, well, them towards paradise, that ultimate source.
Okay, hold on. You're messing with me, right? My coffee mug has gravity, I get it. But now my soul has gravity, too. I think I'm officially in over my head. So last time, on the deep dive, we were wrestling with this whole personality gravity thing.
Handy stuff.
No kidding. The idea that we're not just pulled down by good old Earth gravity, but drawn towards something way bigger at the center of everything, still boggles the mind.
It's a powerful image, isn't it? And it kind of gets at this idea that us humans were hardwired for connection, for something more than just the everyday.
Totally. But I had a thought after last time. We talked about personality gravity pulling us towards paradise.
Right.
But what about our minds? Where do they fit in all this cosmic stuff?
That's where it gets really interesting. See, the Urantia book introduces this concept called the conjoint actor.
Conjoint actor. Sounds intense.
Right. It's basically the force behind intelligence, thought itself, operating on a universal scale.
Okay. So my mind isn't just my mind. It's like tapped into some cosmic mainframe of thought.
That's like a mainframe, more like a network, a web, connecting minds and spirits across the cosmos.
Whoa.
And according to this, we're not just receivers in this network, we're active participants.
Hold up. You're saying my thoughts, they have an impact on the universe. Like, little old me worrying about deadlines is influencing the cosmic drama.
Bold claim, right. But that's what the universe of universes suggests. Our thoughts, actions, even our intentions, they make ripples that go way beyond our understanding.
Whoa. That is a lot of responsibility for a Tuesday. Makes you want to meditate more or something.
Maybe so. But it does beg the question, how are we using this mind power? Harmony or chaos, right?
Big questions. Okay, so we've got this mind-blowingly huge universe, layers upon layers, dimensions we can't even imagine. Our souls are getting pulled towards this ultimate source. Our minds are in some cosmic network. Where do humans fit in? It's easy to feel pretty small in all this.
That's the thing. The Urantia book, it addresses that head on. And honestly, it gives a pretty hopeful perspective. Remember that personality gravity pulling us to the center. That same force, it connects us to each other too. It's individual connection to the divine.
Yeah.
But UDAT also recognizing that spark in everyone, everything around us.
So we're all connected, like some big cosmic family reunion we weren't invited to.
There's this passage, it's beautiful. No person can escape the benefits or the penalties that may come as a result of relationship to other persons. The part profits or suffers in measure with the whole.
Okay, I think I'm starting to see where you're going with this.
Like a cosmic butterfly effect.
Right.
Every action, every choice, it doesn't just affect us. It affects everyone around us, maybe the whole universe. Humbling and de-empowering, no.
Humbling is putting it mildly. But if we're all connected, part of this grand cosmic tapestry, why is there so much division, so much conflict? It's like we forgot how to be a family.
That's the paradox, isn't it? Connected to this incredible source of love, wisdom, and yet we lose sight of it. Daily life gets in the way.
Yeah.
But the Urantia book, it suggests that potential for unity, it's always there in each of us. It goes back to that father fragment idea.
Right, the father fragment, the idea that we carry a piece of the divine within us. That always kind of blew my mind.
Right, but think about it. The vast universe, our minds all linked up, our thoughts shaping reality. Maybe, just maybe, there's more to us than we realize.
You're saying, deep down, under all the mess of being human, we're connected to something truly extraordinary.
That's exactly it. And that realization, that has the power to change everything.
Back again. For our final descent into the deep dive. So we've been on this wild ride through the Urantia book. Edge of the cosmos, souls with their own gravity, minds all plugged in like some cosmic internet. I'm still processing, to be honest.
It's a lot to unpack, that's for sure. But through all those wild concepts, there's this one idea keeps popping up, and it's kind of beautiful, really. This idea that we're not just insignificant specks in some cold, uncaring universe.
Tell me more about that, because honestly, after last episode, I walked outside, looked up, and felt kind of lost, like I was drowning in infinity.
I hear you. But remember that whole father fragment thing we talked about?
Yeah.
That's where it goes from, whoa, we're tiny, to something a lot more meaningful.
Remind me about the father fragment, though. I need a refresher after all that cosmic talk.
It's like this. Inside each of us, there's a piece, a spark of the same force that made everything. Literally, we're children of the cosmos.
Okay, now I'm trying to picture that. A spark of the infinite hanging out next to, like, my anxiety about tomorrow's meeting.
And it's not just sitting there. Remember how our minds are all connected? Well, this book takes it further. Our thoughts, actions, even what we want, it all impacts that network, shapes reality itself.
Wait, seriously, so I'm not just made of the universe stuff, I'm actually shaping it by just existing.
Kind of. The Urantia book suggests we're not just watching this cosmic show. We're in it, creating it, adding our own little melody to the whole symphony.
Okay, no pressure or anything. But seriously, how do we handle that? Being a co-creator, it's a big job. Does the Urantia book give any hints?
No step-by-step guide, if that's what you mean. But it's big on living in tune with our divine side. Love, compassion, understanding, not just for ourselves, but for everything.
So not enough to just think about the huge universe. Gotta actually do something with that knowledge, huh?
You got it. Recognize that connection, then ACT on it. Kindness, real connection, being creative, all that adds to the harmony of the whole shebang.
Pretty inspiring stuff. So we are more than just insignificant specks.
Way more. Big picture. You, me, everyone listening. We're expressions of the universe's potential. And that's worth thinking about.
Definitely something to ponder. And on that note, we'll leave you to explore the vastness within AD around you. Until next time on The Deep Dive, keep seeking.